Alright, we're going to give you a little walkthrough of this 938H. This we put a GrabTech grapple on it. It's a quick catch grapple. All you have to do is pull this one pin right here and the grapple will come off and unhook the hoses and it slips right out of there. Real heavy duty grapple fork. Also, you're able to take out the center bar and you'd be short one tooth, but by taking out the center bar, each set of grapples would work independently. So if you're hauling trees and stuff like that, that works out pretty good. It's got a center, single cylinder in the center, and then we put, let me zoom in on this, and we put a splitter valve in right there to rob the hydraulics off the center pivot arm, and you just push a button in the cab to do that. It's got 20.5 tires on it. Here's another little option it's got, is in this compartment. There's a hydraulic motor, electric motor hooked up to a hydraulic pump, and that allows for emergency steering and hydraulics, so that if the motor quits, you can still raise the bucket, steer the machine, and use the brakes. And if you move back here, now on the back of the 938, you have a compartment here that's lockable. That's got your hood latch where you can raise the hood, electric hood raise, and also your disconnect right there to disconnect the battery so you don't have any power on anything. Then on the engine compartment, you can see it's got a hydraulic fan, so the fans run hydraulically. This one's got the 6.7 Cummins Tier 3 engine on it. Pretty easy to get at everything on this unit. Walk around the back side here. The other side's got your fuel filters. There's two fuel filters. There's also a hand pump there to prime it. Oil filter, air compressor, and the other pump back there is your hydraulic pump. Then on this side there's a compartment here that has some more hydraulic fittings in it. Your windshield wiper fluid, some of your other hydraulic components are in this cabinet. Everything's pretty easy to get at too. It's got grease zerk banks on it. And that's pretty much a walk around on the outside of this unit. Alright, now we're inside the cab of a 938H. We're outside here on a lovely day in South Dakota. Got a nice blizzard going on here, but that's about the only time I got time to do this kind of stuff, so I'll give you a walkthrough of this 938H. On the dash, what you have over here is this your heater, or the bottom, go down here and you got air conditioning, and then this is your blower speed, and then this is your front lights, this is your rear lights, this is your hazards, this is a little beacon in the back. Up on top it's a little flashing yellow light. And then on this side you have a diagnostics button. That's if you hook the computer up to it, you use that for diagnostics. And then this is your idle. You can set your idle up a little bit with that. Here's your windshield washer fluid, your front wiper and your rear wiper. Then they got a 12-volt smoke detector, and this is a 24-volt. And then this is your parking brake. Take the parking brake on or off. And this is your temperature, hot or cold for temperature. Now on the dash, you can see, right in here, this is your kilometers per hour, your hour meter, and your voltage. It's a 24-volt system, so it puts out about 28 volts. You know it's charging. And then you have your oil pressure, your water temperature, your RPM gauge, your transmission temperature, and a fuel gauge. So that kind of takes care of the dash. A nice wood grain, got a horn there, wood grain steering wheel, got a You have your hydraulic levers for moving the loader bucket. This is up, down, left, and right. Now, if you notice, there's a little button right here. Right there's a button. You can take and hold that button, then it'll activate that grapple fork. So you hold the button in, and you got the grapple fork works. You take the bucket out, and I'll open it back up. And you let off that, then your tilt cylinder works again. Then you can tilt it. So you can do either or. On this 938H, nice feature they do have is these are adjustable armrests. These will both move up and down independently of each other. So when you put your arm on here, you can adjust it just the way you want. And this is an oil over hydraulic type system. It's not electric, so it actually lets you feather quite well. It's very smooth. You can just feather things just the way you want. Very smooth hydraulics. Another thing they have is a return to dig feature. That center lift arm has a sensor on it, so when it gets back to level, it'll automatically snap this back into place. So when you pivot that bucket all the way down, I'll do it here, I'll pivot that bucket down. Once you pivot the bucket down, you can bring it back and snap it, and then you'll see it kick out automatically. It kicks out, and then when you let your bucket down, your bucket's level. And then you can adjust that if you want it to dig a little bit or if you want it to be perfectly level. But that's a nice option that it has. This whole unit right here too slides ahead or back to adjust with it. Your seat slides ahead or back. It's got a weight setting on it down here that you can screw in for your weight. This armrest adjusts up and down. The back tilts back and forth. It's a Grammer seat. Another nice feature it has AM/FM radio, and all your fuses are right in there. There's a little fuse box cover for it right here. You put that back on. But and then it's got heat vents all over. Got interior cab lights. Mirror inside. This unit does a really nice job with the heat ducts. There's plenty of air coming out of these ducts here to keep the windshield defrosted. The G model doesn't have that feature. You should probably have to mount another fan on the G model. Another thing this unit has is twist shift transmission. You got 4 gears in forward, 4 gears in reverse, and you have an automatic kick down. If you're in second gear, you load most of the time in second. You don't rev the engine much, and if you're going into a pile and you don't have enough power and you're in second, push on this, it'll kick it down into first gear. Then when you go to back up, you'll be back in second again. Another feature that the H has that a lot of loaders don't have is automatic backup hydraulic system, which there's an electric pump on here that kicks on a hydraulic or electric motor that kicks on a hydraulic pump, that when the engine's shut off, you can still raise and lower the bucket and it'll come on automatically, so you still have brakes. If you're going down a hill and you lose power due to running out of fuel or whatnot, it'll kick it on, so you still can steer the unit just like it's running. You can steer it, raise the bucket, use your brakes. It's very quiet. I'll rev the motor up here. You can see I'm running about 2200 there. And it's very quiet in here. Fully adjustable tilt steering wheel. Tilt that down. So, pretty nice unit. There's a cup holder over here. And behind the seat is where the books are. Comes with a full manual, comes with the Cummins engine manual, and it comes with the parts book and operator's manual. And that pretty much wraps up the tour on the 938H.